What do you think was happening in the first half? You're sluggish on offense and didn't seem to have a lot of intensity. What's your diagnosis of the first half?
Well, I'm not sure. Everybody just had low energy, and for some reason, I don't know why, but everybody just had low energy, and we had to pick it up. So we picked it up like towards the end of the game.
Did the defensive pressure really is what turned things around?
Yeah, definitely. Like our defense, the press, definitely changed the pace of the game, and it made us play at the pace we wanted to.
Were you not as aggressive defensively in the first half?
Yeah, we definitely were kind of like nonchalant in the first half on defense, but once we started the press, I think everything changed.
Did you guys feel like, when you were down big for 14 points, you feel like you could make a run?
Yeah, definitely. We always had confidence in winning that game.
Coming off the big win over Tennessee, when did you guys realize? Hey, I know you're young. This is kind of like your first taste of ACC competition. But do you see the difference? You know what I mean, between going up against an ACC team and any other conference, and how competitive these nights are going to be?
I don't really see a big difference between the conferences, but I see how good players and how good teams play against us. Like every time somebody comes in the Dean Center, they give us our best shot. Like three people had their career highs against us back to back to back. So just seeing that everybody gives their best shot against us, yeah.
For helping off of me, so it gave us a lot of opportunities to get a lot of layups, and I think that was huge. And for me, that was just great. Seeing Elliot get down the lane and get a bunch of easy layups, and also Harrison, Seth, and RJ.
Did you notice Boeheim calling the game?
I did notice that. That was crazy. I was like, dang, I was not expecting that.
Did you say anything to him?
Nah, I didn't say anything to him. I didn't get a chance, but I was not expecting that.
Did y'all have a specific conversation at halftime, or did you just kind of know we got to do this coming out of the half?
We knew what time it was. We obviously don't want to lose. Is it 6 seconds?
That's like 6 seconds left. Time out there.
Oh, Lord.
I'll keep it here.
Yeah, coming into the game, we knew it was huge. It was the first ACC game, and obviously the conference is very competitive, and it's not a game we want to drop, especially being a home game.
Seth was plus 24 in under 14 minutes. What can you say about the impact he had in the second half?
Man, that just shows. Like last year, we really didn't have anybody that would come off the bench and give us great minutes and give us a boost. But I thought Seth did a great job when J. Watt came in, giving us instant offense and doing all those things. Has just been a huge plus for us being able to coach to go to the bench and trust the other guys.
Did you see him nearly smoke that dunk on the fast break? He took off a little too far.
Yeah, I think he lost his little foot. I think he lost his foot, and I was expecting to dunk. I was upset, but at least he made it.
What's been the key to the shift in your performance? You got a double-double in this game and the last game, and you hadn't recorded one of those since the very first game of the season, I think. What's been the shift in your performance?
Just trying to be as consistent as possible. I had a little rough stretch, but I knew coming back I would be good, and I'm back home, and I'm always comfortable here, so it's been great.
What was the big difference in the second half when you guys made the run? Was it the defensive pressure? What was it?
I think our defensive pressure, we started trapping and doing a lot of different things and throwing different looks at them. And I think that really helped us out. They're a weird team to play against because they got so much size on the wing and their switchability and stuff. I think once we started to settle in and really get a feel on how to score on them and create turnovers, it really helped us.
What were the problems offensively in the first half, you think?
Just to switch it, it's weird because it's hard to really prepare for a team like that because you can't run any of your sets. All our sets that we run, it's hard to really work versus a switch because they just take everything away and they play in front of you. So a team like that, you kind of just got to fill them out and eventually they'll come.
But you figured it out in the second half there. How did you do that?
We just kind of just spaced out, set a lot of ball screens, and it drove the ball because we noticed that the bigs weren't helping at all. So, if you go back and look at the tape, we probably got 20 points off just dead open layups.
Mondo, what's it say about this team that y'all go down double digits in the second half, and there's no panic, there's an immediate response, and then y'all go on that flurry to end the game?
It just shows the toughness that we have to be able to be in a situation like that and stay resilient and know that we want to come back, play hard, and take it up to another level.
It's been a while since this program has had a team that could press like that.
What's working so well offensively for you right now?
I think my teammates are doing a great job of just finding me, and I'm finding my shots in the flow of the offense. And when I get the ball, I'm being aggressive. I'm not trying to force anything, and just taking what the defense gives me and
just also just trusting my confidence, trusting myself, and the off-season work that I put in, and it's my senior year as well. So I just want to go out with a terrific senior year and just have fun with it.
It seems like this team communicates a little bit on a different level. You guys put each other accountable.
Yeah.
Cormac's kind of talking about that a minute ago. How do you feel that the accountability within each other is produced on the court, the results you guys are getting?
I mean, I think that's what's needed, especially for great teams. Accountability is going to be a huge part of our success. Whether that's, and it's not about getting into your feelings and feel like someone's picking on you. It's just we see the potential of the team, the potential in each other to be great, and it's holding each other to that standard. I could get on Armando without him feeling like getting on just to get on. It's more so just holding each other accountable because we're gonna need that going to the postseason and big games going down the line. We have a lot of high-ranked upcoming opponents that we're gonna be in a situation like we were in today. So accountability and just keeping our composure is gonna be the main thing.
For you guys to win back-to-back games with such high pressure to this place being out of control, what does it say about this group?
That we're able to just keep our calm and keep our composure in tight situations. One thing about this team is that we didn't really face adversity because such as a new team. We have guys that I came in my freshman year and now they're all gone. And you have new players and you have freshmen transfers and they all come from different environments. So I think the challenge for us was going to see how we're going to face adversity, and I think we did a great job of when it hit. We was able to keep our composure, remain calm, and overcome everything that was going on. I think the credit to the crowd too. The crowd kind of got us going as well.
Their switching on defense really made it hard for you guys. How'd you figure it out in the second half?
Just driving the lanes. I think once we were able to drive either baseline or the slot, the defense was able to collapse and we was able to find the shooters, and that kind of broke the defense down.
Seth plus 24 in under 14 minutes off the bench. What can you say about his impact coming in?
I love Seth's impact so far. He's been having a great year. That's like my little brother, and I always talk to him. Just because I know, for me, I didn't have a senior my freshman year, and I was kind of like his little older brother last year. But he's doing a great job when he comes in. He's applying the pressure on the defensive end, and he's being aggressive and just using that athleticism. And that's what we're going to need him going forward. And he's been consistent with this, so I'm super proud of him.
Okay, another high-scoring game for you. Have you noticed with the number of passers, really knowing that defenses can cheat off of a different way that you guys have been defending?
I mean, yeah, I think also credits to our offense and to what we have. I think that's what opens up a lot of the shots for me. We have Armando, who's a dominant force in the paint, and a lot of teams may start doubling, but then they gotta choose if they're gonna double or leave the shooters open. And I think we have like Elliot, Cormac, Seth, Pax, we're all looking for each other. And it's always good to grade shots and good to grade mentalities we have.
Have you noticed you've had more higher quality shots?
Yeah, 100%. I think I have more. I feel like last year I had to create for my own, whereas this year is more like catch and shoot, and it kind of gets me in the flow of things, and I know that my team isn't going to look for me.
Was that the loudest you've heard the Dean Dome toward the end of that run in the second half?
I feel like I've heard louder before. I mean, each time it just all depends on the game. I've been in situations where we played Duke here, and it was the first bucket we scored, it got loud, super loud. So there's a lot of times where the crowd is extremely loud, you can't really hear, but today was a great one. I'm super proud of the crowd just for showing up and bringing that energy.
It wasn't very loud when it was a 14-point deficit, and Seth was describing HD was screaming, talking about the full court press. What do you remember about that?
I just know the full court press worked. I mean, we was able to turn the ball over and kind of speed them up a little bit and get steals and then get right back into it after we scored. And I think that's what speaks to just how we could switch from our base defense going into a press. And I think that's what the diversity of this team and just in terms of being able to switch up on the fly, I think we can do it.
You don't run a lot of it though. Were you surprised?
Say it again?
You guys don't run a lot of diamond during games.
Yeah.
So were you surprised you went to it so early and how effective?
No, I wasn't surprised at all because it's something that we practiced and we prepared for it. So in terms of games like this, they're not surprising at all because we work on it a lot and we're going to need it in situations like this. And today was really effective, and so I wasn't surprised in terms of how how early it was and how well we executed.
You ran that lineup a lot with Seth at the 3, especially going up against Florida State. You don't have a lot of length just across the board. Were you kind of surprised how well that lineup worked?
No, because we have that. I think what's so good is we're able to have different lineups, and Seth can play the 1 through the 3. It just speaks how talented of a player he is. And we just have different lineups just to see the different way of how the games are going and what we need out there. And like that line right there was effective, and we was able to get some steals, deflections, and play up-tempo pace.
You're talking about getting more catch and shoot threes and not necessarily having to create for yourself. Does it go back to like high school or even further when you can remember the last time where you were off the ball so much and getting so many catch and shoot threes?
I played off the ball a little bit my freshman year, and kind of like going up. So I mean, I always played like the 1 and the 2. Like just feels natural, and I just like give credit a lot to my teammates just for finding me and just putting me in position where if I need the ball, I could go and score, but I also know that I don't always have to have the ball.
Since you're the first Tar Heel to score 27 or more points in 3 straight games since Joseph Forte. Can you talk about your mentality and confidence in the last 3 games scoring-wise?
I mean, just my confidence, mentality, just this whole season. It's my senior year, and I put a lot of work into this off season on my shot, my mental, just to get myself prepared for what's coming. And I'm just gonna, stay down, stay humble, and not really worry too much about praise or even denial. Just kind of just remain in the present and just continue to keep working. I mean, it's great to be honored to be a part of that list. Definitely feel grateful for them. Just continue to keep working.
You got